So last video I talked to you guys about a topic that I was pretty passionate about and wanted to rant to you guys about it and just share my honest thoughts. You guys seem to really like that type of video and I wanted to bring it back this video except with another topic. So in the past, I've made a few videos revolving cheaters and cheating on Hypixel, and I've interviewed one and even went into the mind of one, quote unquote, where I went through your experiences and shared my thoughts on those. But I wanted to use this video as just a straight up raw, explained version of my thoughts on cheaters. Just completely my thoughts, if I think it's okay or not, when I think it's okay or not, if I think you should download them. Short answer, don't cheat, alright? That's just, yeah, I don't think you should cheat. You guys seem to really like when I incorporated Bridge in my last video, so I decided to bring that back this video and play some Bridge along with some Bedwars. Overall, hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for clicking on the video, and let's move on. Alright, hello. So I don't know how to feel about this video so far because I've been getting many requests to incorporate Bridge a lot more into my videos because you guys have been seeming to enjoy it. I can't speak, I'm sorry. Now the thing about Bridge is that I have like absolutely no idea how to commentate during it because of how fast-paced the games are, and it's pretty new to me, so I'm trying to improve, and I'm obviously not a good Bridge player at all either ways, so... But don't worry, I think later into the video I will be just going back to some Bedwars, you know, doing a bit of Bedwars commentary. So I'll do a couple rounds of Bridge, talk a bit, and then I'll go do a Bedwars game. Alright, so now it's time for what you guys came for. Pretty much from the last video, I can tell that you guys enjoyed me ranting and just sharing my overall approach on a topic, and I think I want to do that more often because it felt very relieved. I felt very relieved, yeah, let's go with that. I felt very relieved to be able to just talk to you guys about how I feel about toxicity when it comes to other people, and I want to talk about something else that I have lots to say about, and that's cheaters on Hypixel. Now, as seen in the intro, I have talked about cheaters before. I have interviewed a hacker, I have gone into the mind, quote unquote, where I, you know, reviewed other people's hacking experiences and why they hacked. But I just want to give you guys my overall opinion on if cheating is okay or not. And let me just put it right here, it's not okay, alright? I personally don't think that cheating should be something that people think is okay. I don't think it's something that should be tolerated. I don't think it's good in any circumstance unless it's on an anarchy server or a server where it is like a part of how you play. The thing about an anarchy server like 2b2t is that you can't do anything if you're not cheating. So I mean, that's the thing. If cheating is allowed, that's okay in my opinion because you are not breaking the server rules. But on servers like Hypixel, please don't do that. Just don't. I honestly don't think you should download a hacked client in general because I don't know how safe those are. But you can tell me in the comments from your experiences if, you know, there's anything I get wrong here. So yeah. When it comes to Hypixel, there's many game modes where lots of cheaters are around. There's many beat hoppers in Skywars, other cheats in Skywars. There's many cheaters in UHC. There are lots of cheaters in Duels. Some not as blatant. There's many closet cheaters in Duels. There's many closet cheaters on the network. But I feel like one of the game modes where I see the least of cheaters is in Bedwars in comparison to lots of other modes, because out of all the modes I've played, I've definitely had the most cheaters inside UHC and Skywars by far, because Skywars games are really fast and you can like see many cheaters because, you know, all the games that you're going through. What's the point of that? No, yeah. Go. Yeah. Now, I feel like in regards to cheaters, everyone has different motives, and from my perspective, I can't speak for any cheaters, so I'm not going to be going over that, but what I will say is that it's definitely more popular in other game modes, just because, for example, UHC, the games are a lot longer, they're a lot harder to win because, you know, you have to get crafts and stuff, and cheating probably makes people think it's a lot easier, because that's just how it is, you know. It is quite a known fact, or I guess just a known detail that cheating makes it easier to win the game because then it wouldn't be classified as cheating then, you know? It's an unfair advantage over other players and is not tolerated on the server. Now the thing is, people are definitely taking advantage of Hypixel Watchdog and how easily they ban other cheaters because on Hypixel, like, there's different servers where cheaters can get banned a lot quicker, but there are more false bans. But with Hypixel, I've noticed that there are definitely a lot of false bans. Maybe things that trigger the anti-cheat because of how much CPS you're clicking with your mouse. No, what? Hello? Okay, it's okay, I'll win the game, trust me. I probably won't win the game. What's their level? They're level 47. Alright, let's block up their bypass. Okay, speaking of level, there are many people who just go on alt accounts just to cheat on Hypixel because they find it enjoyable, and I mean, hey, I don't think that's a good, that's kind of, I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, there they go. I'm running. I'm going for it, boys. Go. Boys with an eye, by the way. Please. Yes. I just don't understand why people would buy like 100 alts from an alt shop for I don't know how much. And then they're just like, hey, instead of using our day to go study, do homework or whatever. Nah, let's freaking go hack on a Minecraft server. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try one of the wingy thingies. That was the best bow shot in the history of bow shots. Why? Hello? Okay. I really don't think I should be doing a bridge commentary, but people like seeing me suffer in bridge, so it's okay. No. I've gotten the PvP down a bit more, and I feel like when it comes to PvP, there are many cheaters who are actually good at PvP, but they just think, hey, you know, I'm bored, let's go cheat, because, you know, people cheat on me, and maybe you're just frustrated, you're having a bad day, and you want to throw out your anger on other people. And of course, as I said in the last video, I understand when your emotions get the best of you, and everyone's had times where they've probably done something that they regret, and that can happen for cheaters a lot, because I've been told by many people that it is very addicting, and once you start, like, it's very hard to stop. I feel like the cheating and how it's like an addiction thing makes quite a bit of sense, considering, alright, think about it like this. This is what I always say to people who are like, oh my gosh, why are they cheating? That's so lame. And I mean, it is pretty lame in my opinion at least, but I can definitely see their like thoughts behind it and why it's very hard to stop. Because, like, imagine, alright? For example, let's just say, alright, you're playing SMP with your friends and you're given op, alright? Think about it like this. Then one time you decide to give yourself a diamond because the game lagged or something and it disappeared and it like despawned. Just imagine, alright? You give yourself an item because freaking, I don't know, the game's dumb and Hypixel is dumb. Not even Hypixel, just the server that you're using is dumb, alright? The server that you're using is dumb, and then pretty much you lose an item and then the game is just mad at you, and then you get really mad, and then you go on a spree for like a couple hours and you get really upset. But then you're just like a very sad person, and then what happens is you're like, oh, you know what? You know, I'm just gonna give myself another diamond because you know what? Another one won't hurt and no one will find out because I'm the only one with op. And slowly but surely, that becomes into 2, and then it becomes into 3, and then it becomes into a full stack of diamonds, and you decide to hide the diamonds so no one will find out. And then eventually you get caught. And when you get caught, you're very sad because you didn't want to get caught. And then yeah. You know, that's kind of how it is, you know, for cheating, at least in my eyes. Once you start, it's very hard to stop because it's just a lot easier to do than just not cheat. Like, in all honesty, I've never cheated, but the worst I've done is probably auto-click on a single-player world using a mouse macro from the Modelo. I've never cheated on a server, never planned on cheating on another server, but one time I was just curious, hey, how would it feel to learn how to diagonal god bridge? So I just started mouse macroing, and I felt on top of the world. I was like, bro, I wish I could do this in real games, but in all honesty, I didn't because I know that it's very annoying when other people cheat. Like, as I said in the last video, alright, if you don't want it done to you, then, like, don't freaking do it, dude, alright? Just like, when you're deciding to do something, alright, just look at yourself and be like, hey, should I do this? Is cheating a good idea? As I was saying earlier, there's not many cheaters in Bedwars in comparison to a lot of others, but there are definitely a lot of people who would possibly be auto-clicking in Bedwars, and I'll get into that in a second. Before that, let's get into the sponsor of this video. There's no sponsor of the video, that was a joke if you didn't catch on. People ask me if I want to do sponsorships and stuff, but like, I don't do sponsorships because I don't trust a lot of the companies, and also, I just don't like how people are trying to use my channel to profit off stuff. So, if I ever do accept your sponsorship, feel special, because I don't usually do them. The only times I think I like accept a sponsorship thinking right now, unless it's like a genuinely really good company that's underrated, is like if it was freaking Honey or something, which will never happen. But if that ever happens, that'll be the day that I peaked in humanity, alright? Honey sponsoring me, that would be cool. Now, one thing I have seen is that there are many people who don't cheat just out of fear of getting caught cheating, and I mean, that can also be a thing for cheaters themselves, because I can't speak for anyone, but what I will say is that if I were to be someone who cheated a lot, I would definitely not want to be caught. Or maybe I would just not care, and then I'd just be on an alt account the whole time, you know? Because this is the thing, alright? There's many people who can cause a cheat on Hypixel, and then they just don't get caught. But there's many people who do cause a cheat, or many people who auto-click for a second, and then the anti-cheat just kicks them out of the game. Just, nah, goodbye, bro. And that's also a very popular thing when it comes to false bans on Hypixel, especially with the Modelo. And if you guys want me to talk about my thoughts on false bans and Hypixel's bans in general, I will gladly do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments, but I'm not qualified to talk about, you know, Hypixel bans because I don't really know how servers work and how anti-cheats work, but I will be glad to share, you know, my thoughts on how fair it is and how unfair it is. Because as far as I'm aware, there is definitely a big difference from, you know, getting caught cheating and then getting banned for just using something that is on your mouse. Because, like, okay, the Modelo is a use at your own risk mouse, and oh frick, the Modelo is a use at your own risk mouse because, you know, the high CPS will definitely trigger the Hypixel anti-cheat because that's just how the anti-cheat is to detect auto clickers and such. But I mean, there's many people who get pretty annoyed over butterfly clicking like 20 CPS and then getting banned. But I mean, hey, you probably should have expected it because it's been told by many people that they've gotten false banned for it. And me personally, I've butterfly clicked and I probably shouldn't take the risk, but you know, I do take the risk. Also, everyone who's been asking what parkour server I use sometimes, because I want to incorporate more commentary into parkour, because I really like parkour, it is called play.itsjerryandharry.com. Now, really quick, I'm just going to get into things that genuinely just get me mad. Alright, for starters, the fact that pretty much anyone who's god bridging could possibly be auto-clicking. Now, by this, I mean, think about it, alright? Oh gosh, oh. There are many god bridging tutorials out there, and Bedwars Noob actually made a video on the topic I'm talking about real quick here, because like this isn't really something I can be talking about because I'm not a professional god bridge or anything. Like I can kind of god bridge, I can double click god bridge kind of, you know, I can do some stuff, but I am nothing compared to a lot of the players you'll see these days. There are many people who can diagonal god bridge, who just do really good bridging, and a lot of the time they aren't legit, and there are many reasons to this. You know, I honestly just give up. I don't know, man. Now, as many of you may know, butterfly clicking your right click with a Model O is like, you're not going to get banned for that as far as I'm aware. And this is because Hypixel doesn't really have a way to detect right click auto clickers, and this is because, you know, there are many people who can do different bridging, different clicking methods to place blocks, and that isn't as big of an advantage as, you know, freaking... I mean, actually, that's pretty debatable. What do you guys think? Do you guys think auto clicking right click or left click's more of an advantage? Because, you know, left click's PvP based, but there's a lot of benefits to being able to, you know, get high CPS on your right click, so I don't really know. But as far as I'm aware, there is no way Hypixel can detect your right-click CPS, which means many people could be cheating, and it's freaking annoying because, like, how can they make that stop? Like, because you could be just a good bridger legit, and then you get banned just because Hypixel detects that you're auto-clicking because you're bridging really fast. That just means no one can god bridge who hits a YouTube rank or something, and that's just really annoying to me because, like, life's hard, and I just wish there was a solution to more stuff, you know? He wants to be friends. Well, no, I want to be friends. Please fight back. Aw, why don't people fight back, bro? That's another thing that I don't like, alright? Some people, they see a cheater, and they just automatically give up and leave the game. Like, I mean, the least that most people can do, I would say, is that they should, like, report it, and then just try and wait it out and just stall so that the anti-cheat can get them. But then again, like, I don't know. It's really difficult to get a cheater banned in-game because the anti-cheat has a lot to work with right now, and Hypixel staff is always busy, and if you don't have a staff on your friends list, like, okay, for example, what I know is that when you're playing UHC, you can get a staff on your friends list to, you know, get, like, ban a hacker that's in your UHC game, and you will get revived, actually, and the person will be turned into a zombie. Now, I only have one mod on my friends list as of right now, so I can't really report every hacker I see because I haven't asked them to ban anyone because they're pretty busy right now, if I'm correct. But if everyone just had a direct connection to staff, that would make the staff's lives, like, absolute pain, so I don't blame them on that part. And I can't blame the staff at all. Like, they're working really hard on the server. They have a lot to deal with. They have a lot on their plate. And on top of that, they have people to ban, especially, you know, the mods. And I don't really know the staff positions because I know that mods and helpers are not paid, but mods have the permission to ban people and mute people, if I'm correct. I think that's what I saw in a video. I don't know. I don't know about all the other ranks, but I will say that, you know, mods have a lot to work with, and the anti-cheat's been constantly developing and getting better, and I don't know how to feel about the anti-cheat, but that's for another day. Hypixel, they're a hard-working server, alright? But there's many things that people get mad at them for that are just pretty unsolvable as of right now. Like, how do you expect them to fix the right-click auto-clicker situation? Like, I don't know what they're gonna do. And just overall, cheating's an absolute pain. Like, if people didn't cheat in the first place, you know how much easier life would be? But that's life, you know? Like, you can't expect everything to go your way, and I've learned that the hard way because, you know, that life, you know, life. Like, it would be really nice if you could just control everything that happens around you. But that sadly just isn't how it is, so you kind of got to deal with it. But, you know, life's just the way it is because of that, and, you know, there's many things in your life that wouldn't happen if freaking cheaters didn't exist. Like, if cheaters didn't exist, maybe you wouldn't, like, okay, it could, like, start a chain reaction if someone just, like, stopped the invention of hacked clients, like, went back in time, stopped the invention of hacked clients, and right now, alright, we could be living peacefully with no people scaffolding inside Bedwars games, but Bedwars can maybe not even exist. Like, it can start a chain reaction, bro. I cannot even be making videos in general. You guys might not be watching this video if people didn't invent. Okay, what? Overall, what I'm trying to say is that I'm pretty disappointed in the amount of cheaters that we're seeing on Hypixel lately, especially with everyone home from their lockdowns and the virus and stuff. Like, Hypixel's player count shot up astronomically, especially, oh my god, especially when, you know, the virus and everyone stayed home, the pandemic, and just when Hypixel had its big resurgence, and because of that, there are many people who cheat on the game for their enjoyment, and it's very, very frustrating for a lot of players. And everyone has their reasons behind it. You can't always, like, just get mad at people because, yeah, it is very annoying cheating. Like, cheating is very annoying. I know, trust me. It's really annoying when you're about to win a Skywars game and some guy just decides, hey, you know what, why don't we B-hop on this Turtles guy? You know, that'd be pretty funny. But sadly, because of the way things are, we're just gonna have to get used to cheaters, I guess. I mean, like, the amount of times you get called out for hacks is another thing I can rant about for a full day, but you know, here we are. Okay, this recording's already like 22 minutes long, which is over my normal like 15 to 20 minutes. I think I ranted a bit too much. I don't really care because, you know, this is what this channel's for, just random stuff. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. Why am I out of breath? Bye.